Well, we all know that Broad Street is under construction, but guess what? The 35th annual Funfest will go on as scheduled. It's bigger and better than ever. And I'm with Judianne McGrogan, and she is in charge of this massive street fair that happens, one of the largest in northeastern Pennsylvania, and it attracts thousands of people to our great city of Hazleton.
That's right. We get about 70,000 people downtown for those 2 days, and we're really excited about it this year. There have been a lot of people who said to us, how are you going to do Funfest with all that construction? But we have been in constant contact with PennDOT and with Pensy Supply, who are the contractors doing all this work. They know Funfest is coming. It's actually in their contract that they signed with PennDOT that says you have to be ready for Funfest. Funfest is a big event, and we cannot close down Hazleton for Funfest. So they are going to be working their best. They're going to, they know when Funfest happens. They're going to finish up what projects they can beforehand and wait to start projects for after Funfest. So everything should happen just as it normally does. Our street fair has been a little different over the last couple years. Instead of having the booths on the sidewalk, we're now in the parking lanes with the street, with the vendors. Parade still goes on right down the middle of the street. Our car show is going to happen right down the middle of the street. So everything's going to be the same as usual, but we're going to, just try and make it exciting this year. Our theme is the 80s. We got lots of crazy stuff going on. Our parade is going to be a wonderful thing. So we're really hoping that everything just goes perfectly. It's going to be a great year for Funfest.
And the neat thing is, don't be skeptical because it's going to be safe. If the streets and the sidewalks and the curbing weren't safe, we wouldn't be able to put this on. And as you said, PennDOT said this is a definite go. It's September 7th and 8th, so write it down in your calendars. I know a lot of you have been asking me on Facebook, when is Funfest? Is it going on? What's going on with the street project? It's not affecting any of the vendors that are going on, which we're going to talk about later with all of your staff. And this is something that takes a year of planning. People might not realize that, but it takes you and how many people to put this on.
Right. Well, it's really thanks to the volunteers that Funfest happens. Julie Ferry and I are the paid employees that we work for the Greater Hazleton Chamber, which coordinates the entire event. But we have a team of about 40 volunteers, our Funfest committee, who really work year-round to plan this thing. We start as soon as this year's Funfest is over. We're going to start talking about next year's Funfest. We get heavily into the planning by January. We're signing people up, so it's really an all-year process. A lot of people don't realize that, but that's how long it takes to put an event this big together. And luckily, we have volunteers who love to do it and are really good at it. So that's why it really is the success that it is.
We want everyone to come on downtown in downtown Hazleton to enjoy the parade. It actually attracts about 70,000 people each year.
People, yeah.
And as Judianne told us, this is the 35th anniversary of Funfest.
That's right.
And Pete Lamont, you're in charge of the parade. It's not a small task.
Well, it's not a small task. It takes a small army of volunteers to make this happen with a lot of hard work. But we've got a lot of good volunteers that come out and help. The parade begins at 2:30 from McKenna's Corners in West Hazleton, and we'll come right down through West Hazleton and through the city. And there'll be 5 divisions in the parade this year, and lots of nice floats, lots of things to see. So come on out and see the parade.
Who are some of the participants in this year's parade?
Oh, we have just about every group in the Hazleton area. We've got a lot of nonprofits that come out. It's a good time for them to showcase what they do throughout the year and how they serve the community. So they're all participating. I mean, we have all the major groups in the area. United Way will be represented. They'll all be in there. And of course, SSPTV will be there too.
Yeah, so come on down, and we all love to wave to our favorite people, either the dance groups or the youth groups or anyone that's on the floats and seeing all the nice things that go on in the parade. Now, Father Finn is here, and behind me is the youth group of the Greater Hazleton area, and they're working on their float, right?
Yeah, last year, actually, we came together, the youth groups from all of the Catholic churches in the Hazleton area to sponsor a pro-life float, which actually won first prize.
Okay.
And the enthusiasm that created has kind of motivated us to continue making that effort, and the kids are already enthusiastic about coming together and creating that again with the theme of the 1980s, I think is the theme of the Funfest this year. So we'll actually be working on various little ideas, which are somewhat secret at the moment, but we are hoping to come up with a creative idea to express our Catholic faith coming from the 80s, but present today.
All right, how excited are we back here? Let's make some noise. All right. You got to get first place again. No pressure back there. We won't let you see too much because we don't want to give away what they're doing with their theme. All right, well, thank you, Father. Next, Julie, we're working on the big balloons that come on right downtown, and you know, it just is remarkable to see how these people carry these balloons, and they actually make it downtown with the light signals and such. So tell us about the exciting balloons for this year.
Yes, well, this year, of course, in keeping with our 80s theme, Service Electric Cablevision, Tim Trentley is one of our favorite most people in the entire world. He's going to be sponsoring the balloons again this year, and of course, to go with our awesome 80s weekend theme, we're going to have some 80s themed balloons. We'll be having a Fred Flintstone balloon, we'll be having a strawberry shortcake balloon, a Rubik's Cube, because what's more iconic for the 80s, and we're also going to have a balloon that's going to be a Space Invaders game that's going to have sound with it.
All right.
So some nice exciting things to go along with our theme.
Well, they like to get the celebrities of the Greater Hazleton involved in some of the races that they have here, and there's going to be a celebrity tricycle run, right, Pete?
That's right. We have a celebrity tricycle race here at Funfest. That happens at 11:30 on Sunday, right at the intersection of Broad and Wyoming. And we'll have some local dignitaries out here, and usually we have a contingent from the 2 local television stations. I'm not saying which one is better than the other, but it's always a good race, always a good race. The occasional abrasion occurs, but that's all right. We're ready to go. So the 2 sponsors for the trike race this year are EAM Mosca and Iron Hog Cycles.
Oh, okay.
So we'd like to show you the tricycles, but they're at Iron Hog right now getting customized.
Well, we have some video of the prior ones when Donna Palermo was on too, and this is one of the races where it actually pays to be small. So when people say you look so much taller on TV, well, guess what? We normally could win this one if we're shorties, right?
That's right, that's right. And the customization has nothing to do with making them easier to ride.
Okay.
Yeah, and our safety gear, as you remember from years past, is theme appropriate. So we've had things like feather boas, and we've had sleeping caps and sleeping masks, and just anything to impair your vision, make it hard to ride the tricycle is what we're out to do.
All right, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Carol's with us, and she's talking about the craft shows. If you're into all of the fine crafters in the Greater Hazleton area, well, we have that coming up as well.
Yes, we thank Citizens Publishing Company for sponsoring us again this year. The craft show will be moved this year. It won't be in the block between Vine and Church. It will be in the Markle parking lot. So I think it's gonna be a great time for everyone. And if you haven't gotten your applications in, please send them in right away because we're filling up quickly.
All right. Again, there's all kinds of crafters and all kinds of items that you could buy. Get ready for Christmas. A lot of people like to buy their Christmas items.
Absolutely. Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving. There's a whole assortment of all different things. So come on down and see us.
Again, it's going to be in the Markle Building parking lot. That'll be nice. They'll be all together.
Correct.
Okay, and finally, last but not least, Pat, you're talking about the cook-offs. I'm a horrible cook, so I can't put any of my recipes in, but I'm sure we have some great cooks around here.
Yes, we're doing something different this year. We're doing a signature burger cook-off. So if you have a different type of a burger you make, we'd love to have you down here to make it for us. And we're going to sell samples. And Cargill is our sponsor this year again. And we're also having a bake-off. So anything, any type of cookie, cake, any of your favorite recipes, grandma's recipe, whatever, we just love to have you down here to bake it. You bring it down, sell the samples. You could win. We'd love to have you.
And there is something for everyone for Funfest weekend. And what about the great food that you all enjoy? Well, we're going to talk about that right now with Ray Whiteknight. He is one of the coordinators for that, right?
Yes, we're with the booth committee, and every year we bring people in to take care of serving food. People love it and enjoy it downtown. We have one gentleman that comes up, and he has a booth for 2 days, and we raise some money for the Pioneer Fire Company, and this money goes to sponsor one of the Little League teams, a girls softball team, a bitty basketball team. So we really enjoy Funfest, and there's a lot of work to it, but it pays off for us.
So people don't realize, or you may not realize, that when you come downtown and you enjoy all of this great food, you're actually giving back to your own community by helping with all these nonprofits and raising money for our children, our fire departments, and so on. So now we have George Fadul, and he's with the Hazleton Area Quarterback Club, and he brought some yummy food, and I wish you could smell it all because it smells so delicious.
Yes, it does. Yeah, we're the Hazleton Area Quarterback Club. We are the booster club for the Cougars, and one of our major fundraisers is our food stand at Funfest. And on our menu, we are known for our fresh cut French fries, and you could get them many ways with cheese on, salt and vinegar, or we do Old Bay, we call it Cajun style. We also have the chicken fingers, we have sausage and peppers, we have the pulled beef barbecue. There's one of those delicious French fries now. And we're even thinking about adding more menus or more items to our menu, like hamburgers, cheeseburgers, halushki, and cheesesteaks. And we always have hot dogs.
All right, but again, this is one of your biggest fundraisers, correct?
Oh, absolutely. This is we prepare for this all year round, and everybody's involved. We even get more volunteers to come in just for these 2 days, and it's a big event. It's one of our major fundraisers, and we can't wait to see you down there.
And it helps all the kids that are involved with the football.
Oh yeah, we do everything for the team that we can, and we assist them any way we can, whether it's equipment, whether it's video equipment, whether our big thing is a scholarship now that we give out. And we also feed the team, and we give them a banquet and spaghetti dinners for the younger players, all kinds of things to support the team and the coach.
And I'm with Chris Palushak. She is in charge of coordinating the super duper car show that we have here downtown for Funfest every single year. And it's just amazing to see the unique cars that we have that come for the car show. So thank you so much for doing this. I know you are a volunteer with the Funfest committee. Tell us about the great car show that will be going on.
The car show's on Saturday. This year we changed it a little because of the construction out on Broad Street. We're going to pick the top 20 cars and best of show. They will be judged. The drivers can pick the best of show. It starts at 9 o'clock, registration's till 12, and we give the trophies at 3.
Okay, so if anyone is still looking to participate, there are openings for you to participate in the car show. In fact, you could register up to the day of.
You can come that day and sign up. If the weather's beautiful, please come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, is there anything they should know? Is there any specific rules that they have to follow?
This year, you have to have a fire extinguisher in your car. That's usually a guide for every car show, but that is going to be mandatory this year, and they will be judged on that.
Okay. So come on out. This is going on Saturday, and you can bring any type of car into
Old to new. Old to new.
Okay, no bicycles or anything. I can't bring my bike.
No.
Okay.
No.
So come on.
Bicycles by cars.
So just your cars, bring them down for the car show. It's happening Saturday. It's Funfest Saturday, and all the information, again, we have it up on the screen. You could check out the website for Funfest for all that information. And you were just listening to just one of the many forms of entertainment that will be right here in downtown Hazleton, gone crazy. And the person responsible for all the entertainment is Mike Sosar. He is the head of the entertainment department, if you will, for the committee here. Again, made up of all volunteers in downtown Hazleton. So Mike, thanks for joining us here to, educate people what Funfest is all about and to let them know that there is something for everyone for the weekend of September 7th and 8th.
Oh, absolutely, and we thank you guys for taking the time to let us showcase the event ahead of time as well.
Good. As long as they don't let me sing, people will stay downtown. But if I do sing, then there'll be a problem.
Oh, we'll be all good. We'll be on myself as well.
So I know we have a big lineup of entertainment planned for both Saturday and Sunday. So tell us about some of the entertainment that will be down here.
Yeah, we actually kick it off Friday with started off the weekend with our kickoff concert up at the PTPA. As tradition has been every year, we're bringing in the poets from Wilkes-Barre. It's a great night. Tickets are available here at the Chamber office as well as Metallo's formal wear if anyone's interested. And then we get right into it Saturday morning. We start with our dance schools, our karate schools, just a showcase of our local entertainment. We also have the Legends back with us again this year for our car show, which will also be going on in and around the same time as our free entertainment venue, showcasing our local talent. And then we get into Saturday night with local area band Flaxie Morgan with our 80s theme this year. They're just a really great band to have. Showcasing a lot of today and yesterday, including the 80s. They're really gonna give us a good show as far as Saturday night goes. And then we get into Sunday with our keynote, which I just showed your viewers the video, Gone Crazy. They've been coming for us for the last 5 years, and they're actually putting together an all-80s show. They were also our band this year for our 80s prom that was held back in May. So it's just going to be a great weekend, fun-filled with all kinds of entertainment for young and old as well.
And that's the key. There is something here for everyone. I'm looking at the list, and we have a pro eating slap shot challenge. We have teen activities. Tell us briefly about some of these activities for people to partake in.
Yeah, that actually happens Saturday afternoon. That kicks off early with our pierogi eating contest. We have the Scranton Wilkes-Barre Penguins back with us again as a sponsor, as well as Tino, because you got to have somebody to provide the pierogies, of course. And what happens with that is we take 25 participants. Anybody can come and sign up, any age. They shoot at a target with frozen pierogies, again sponsored by T&L. And the Penguins provide us with prizes every year. Tux likes to drop in every once in a while, so it makes for a great afternoon of fun. And then we get into the evening portion of the teen activities. We don't dedicate Saturday night always to the teens and to the youth of the town and the city itself. We have the traditional hunk contest where the young gentlemen between the ages of 9 and 16 sign up every year. We have a talent portion that they put them through and all kinds of goofy stuff just to make it a fun night for the teens. And also we're going to be doing something a little new this year. Usually we have a DJ. We're actually going to have a live band, and it's another local band of teens, and it's called Shockwave. So they have a really great following in the area. They've played a couple of dances last year between Marion and Hazleton, so it's going to make for a great evening.
Again, it's going to be the 35th annual Funfest event in downtown Hazleton. Yes, 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 it's going on. The construction will not affect the fun that will be had here in downtown Hazleton. We're going to have it very safe for everyone, and that goes along with security. So what streets will be closed, and will there be police here to enforce the law?
Of course, one of the reasons that Funfest is such a success is because we work very closely with the City of Hazleton. The police department, the fire department, the public works department all help us tremendously. They have a presence throughout the weekend. In addition to that, Intrepid Detective Agency provides security for us throughout the weekend. We're going to be the same basic area that we were. We're moving a few things around, but we're going to be from Vine all the way down to Cedar with our carnival area, down from Pine to Cedar with rides and things. So it's pretty much that whole 5-block section of downtown Hazleton, but it's 5 blocks of fun and excitement.
The Funfest dates are September 7th and 8th, and we have times for Saturday and Sunday.
That's right. Saturday is 10 a.m. to 7 p.m. Sunday is 11 to 7. We're Ending a little bit earlier this year, kind of compacting everything into a couple hours while it's still daylight, but I think that's just going to make it all the more fun. Lots of people will be down here, lots of food, lots of rides, all kinds of things. So we're hoping that everybody comes down.
Judy Ann, thank you for all the work you do and all of the volunteers and all of the great sponsors of the greater Hazleton area that make this possible every year. Again, attracting thousands of people to the downtown, and it's going to be a really good time. If you want, you could dress up in 80s because that's this year's theme.
That's right, and we'd like to thank SSPTV for sponsoring this year. We really couldn't do it without all of our sponsors. The business community has been tremendous in helping us to make this happen. We couldn't do it without them. So thank you, and thank all of those businesses.
Yes, and we will be here. SSPTV and all the other media partners will be down here. We'll be having some giveaways at our booth, and we'll be walking around, of course, enjoying all of the entertainment and activities. So stop by 109 West Broad Street as well. We're located right in downtown Hazleton, and say hi to one of your favorite personalities or one of the behind-the-scenes people like my brother Sam. So thanks for joining us here on SSPTV. Again, Funfest is September 7th and 8th right here in downtown Hazleton.